Madam Khurshid ma'am is about to start. Shubhodaya. Good morning all. I Harish KR, Assistant Professor of Mechatronics Department of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bengaluru, on 26th November 2020. Welcome you all for the fourth day, first session of a 2-week AICTE sponsored online FDP on fostering ethics, moral values, and character building in technical education, which is being conducted from 23rd November 2020 to 5th December 2020. So today we have an eminent speaker for this session. We have Professor Deepa KR, who is an assistant professor in Electricals and Electronics Department of Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bengaluru. Ma'am has completed her undergraduate degree in Electrical and Electronics Engineering from Sri Siddhartha Institute of Technology, Tumkur, in the year 2008. Post that, she has completed her postgraduate in computer application in industrial drives from Sri Siddhartha Academy of Higher Education, Tumkuru, in the year 2012. And also she has secured first rank and gold medal in her masters in computer application in industrial drives. She has started her career in Sri Siddhartha Institute of Technology, Tumkuru. Later, Madam has joined Sri Krishna Institute of Technology and Reva University, Bengaluru at various capacities. She has joined Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering in the year 2019 and is currently serving as assistant professor in EEE department of SPCE. Ma'am has got overall 10 years of enriched teaching experience. She has presented 8 national conferences and published 1 international conference. To her credit, she has 5 international journals. Her areas of interest includes power electronics, drives, and renewable energy sources. Successfully, Madam has guided final year BE projects, both hardware and simulation related projects. Also, Madam has guided PG students as an internal guide, and as well as she has mentored other batches as well. Ma'am is a member of Indian Society for Technical Education. She has successfully arranged many educational trips to the BE students, to the industrial visits also. As a department coordinator of Center for Innovative Entrepreneurship, successfully she has guided eco-friendly mini projects. She has engaged herself in events of social cause. Successfully, she has conducted many national level symposiums, workshops, faculty development programs, technical talks, workshops, webinars, and so on. Madam has attended many number of FDPs, workshops, and as well as webinars. She is a proven excellent academic counselor and also a student mentor. With this brief introduction, on behalf of the organizing committee, on my own behalf, I welcome you, ma'am. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Harish, sir, for giving a beautiful introduction. With the outset, I would like to thank management, CD, sir, principal, sir, and our beloved HOD, ma'am, Dr. Vijayashree R. Budyal, professor and head, Department of Mechatronics, for giving a chance to be a part of this FTP phase 1. So once again, I thank you all. So I will go for the session. I'll just share the screen. Once again, very good morning to all the participants. I think this is the fourth day FDP. Everyone has almost understood the requirement of values, ethics, moral in our technical education. So I've chosen a topic on human values. So this is not having like technical sector or non-technical sector. This is a common criteria. Being a human, what are the values should be followed and what are the values should be inculcated in our day-to-day life. And at the same, we are the professors, we are the teachers in an educational level. So how we should be, what ethics we have to follow. So to be a good teacher, I don't think so. It is a small task. It's a huge responsibility that should be taken by the teachers. So before we start up with the exact slides, I want to start up with what exactly the meaning of human values. So definitely some definitions, everything has been added up in a slides. But before that, I want to say what exactly this human value. So human values are infinite. So depending upon the person, the values will be added. So that's what the term has been given, infinite. I cannot restrict that to 1, 2, 3. So it is considered as infinite human values are there. So human values are the treatment which is given by us to the others. So you can consider them as family, friends, or being a teacher or a preach, which are giving in terms of kindness, sympathy, and empathy. So this is a solution which we are giving. So how the doctor will treat the patient, how the teacher will give education. So depending upon the situation, these values will going to act. So I would like to start up with a small example how the values are added to the life. Hope you can see this. I have an empty paper in my hand. So this is a paper. Fine. So at the same time, hope you can see this. A paper with something has been written. That is a account number and a cash. Everything has been written. So if I give an option to a person, that is particularly a needy person, out of these two sheets, a paper, both are papers, I'll give you a choice. Which one you want? Select. So the person is very needy. He will take this sheet because the amount is there. Money is added a value to the sheet. So a person who was needy, he want to have food from this. He will get education from this amount. So he will add value to this paper because he can get some amount from this sheet. But both are same papers, is it? This is an empty paper, but he will not concentrate on this. If I throw it to the dustbin, no one will bother about this paper. But instead of this empty paper, as I said again, if the paper is consisting of your beloved parents' photo, definitely we try to preserve this. We add a value to this paper because our parents' photo is there in us. So this is how we people will give value to the system. Both are papers. And of course, for this also, date plays a very important role. So this validity only for 3 months. After that, this is also same as this empty paper. So this is exactly the value which is added by us. And at the same time, if you are giving respect to the values of others, then definitely you will get back the same in your life. So with this, I'll start up my slides. What are values? I think you got a basic idea what exactly the meaning of value. So next we'll go for what exactly the human values. So values are the guiding principle which are essential for positive human behavior and actions in our daily life. So you can easily judge a person by seeing him. Sometimes we fail to find out how you talk, how you present yourself, what thoughts you are having. And they says that it is a positive attitude of that person. And we come up with positive human behavior. So in that you can add number of values like honesty in your work, loyalty in your work, truth with the relationship, and love in a relationship, respect in a relationship. All this will make the person has a human, positive human. And the action will shape what you are, what behavior you are having. Sometimes we see the people that their internal feeling says something, but action says something. But I don't think so. That pretending is very difficult. We can see it directly from the people. We can see it on the face. It doesn't, like let us assume he doesn't want to have some beautiful, nice ice cream. Maybe he didn't get the required flavor. You can see the expression on his face. So you can say he didn't like that flavor, what you wanted. So the expression can be easily seen. So similar way attitude, helping others, showing kindness, showing sympathy, showing respect, this all together we call it as a positive behavior and actions, which are the values inculcated in a person. So with respect to the same, values are the guiding principle of life and contribute to all-round development of an individual. So this, some people will have a principle. Let us assume they're going to the job. They have a time. So 8 o'clock they should be in a office, and 4 o'clock, of course, is the limitation, isn't it? But I will talk about the in time. So the person should reach the office within 8. Means 8 time the work will start. You should not wait 8. So 10 minutes before, and dressing up nicely and speaking with others in a polite manner, and for workers or colleagues, how we speak, politeness, pleasing, all these things should be there, because being a human being, definitely we will get so much anger. So that angerness, for that moment it will come, but we don't know what we are speaking, because we should say that don't get anger so early. Think before you talk, think before you act. So if you create that, so what we need a peace. So this will give you all-round development. If you start cultivating, because sometimes people will say that person is short-tempered. They will not think anything. Simply if you say anything, they'll start shouting. Don't know what is the reason. After that, they will start realizing what their mistake is. So try to control that. We have so many ways to control it. So that's what the value should be added to the life of the human. So it gives you all-round development and being an individual. So if you consider one person is having all beautiful values, you just see the surrounding how it will be. Because we people are influenced by others. We try to cultivate somebody's dressing sense, somebody's way of talking, somebody's attitude. Normally we try to copy some things, but it should be a good one, good values. We should always try to catch hold of the things. So values can be defined as those things that are valued by someone, and is considered important by an individual or an organization. So whatever the decision you take, that should give some importance. We should say, okay, let us consider our government is taking some action. Of course, we people are facing a pandemic situation. So till December 2019, everything was fine. We are not at all bothered about anything. We have free birds. But once, I think March 14th afterwards, so government has taken one decision that lockdown should be there. So that decision, mainly they are thinking about the life of a human being. First, we should live. Then only we can do whatever we want, success or performance, excellence in your work, earning money, all the wealth. So decision should be valued. And of course, we all respected that. At that situation, we needed that decision from the higher person or the institution or an organization. See, organization, I think before that act, organizations are started. We want to take care of our faculties. We want to take care of our students. So they have taken the decision. That important decision definitely impacted on all the individuals and the organization and as well as the society. So that's what you think before you do. Think how much it will going to impact on others' life. So values give meaning and strength to an individual character by occupying a center place in her life. This is like example, you can take it as a role models. Everybody want a role model in their life. Why they say the term called role model? Because they have that much of qualities, principles, moral, ethics. We try to copy them because that value of the person is too much high. If you want to go for any presentation, we try to get some of the proverbs depending upon education, character, how to behave, how to speak, How that comes? Because that word gives so much of meaning, and maybe somewhere the people will get motivated by that words. That what values will give you meaning. We say normally for the kids we used to teach or we used to tell the stories. Be honest, don't lie. So be honest. Maybe if he did mistake also, he will dare to answer. No, I did the mistake. He'll understand what it is. So that's what you cultivate a good values. Definitely, it will strengthen the individual character, and you will be the center of attraction. Out of 100 members, how you select a leader? Because the person is having a beautiful meaning of values and beautiful morals. So that makes the character as a hero, the character as a what is that role model. So we started taking up, okay, I should be like that. I want to be like that. So that is depending upon the individual strength of values and gives the beautiful character. Next, values influence our thoughts, feelings, and action. See, we are the technical people and we will try to relate the concepts. So these three are definitely related to each other. So we will have both the feelings, good feelings, bad feelings. And that feelings will act as a thought. And finally, that comes in the parameter of action. So if I relate the same concept, moral, values, and ethics. If your values have a moral, then you are doing a ethical things. So that's what your feelings should be in a positive way. Definitely you will get a thoughts because being a human there are two shades. Positive thoughts will be there, negative thoughts will be there. And action wise, some people think killing is a good feeling, good thought for them. Is it really? No. And lying, every time lying to your friend, to your family, is it a good thought? Is it a good action? So that's what these are interlinked. If your values are strong enough, definitely you'll get a good feeling and you'll have a good thought, and the action will be liked by everyone. And the next sentence says values may vary from one society to another and from time to time. So this can be taken as an example of olden era where rulers were there. Kings are the rulers. And we people used to believe whatever they say, yes, that is correct. They are God for us. We used to think. He says, don't eat today, they will not eat because something is there. So we used to believe that king. We feel he will not do any mistake. His values are highly like benefited to everyone. But nowadays, will you do the same thing? Because now we are in a democratic country. We have a right to talk. We can do right actions. If you find any person is doing a mistake, we have on social medias. And of course, being an individual, we can do. We can say he is doing mistake. So we can correct it. We will not take everything what the higher authority say. We will see, we will find which is wrong, which is right, what I should take, what I should believe. So rules and regulations which are given by the colleges, schools, government, road rules or safety rules, particularly for corona and all, they used to say wear masks. Of course, this is a compulsory, everyone should do it. This is not, they said we have to do it. It is our responsibility. Being a responsible person, we have to take it because that is our life. For that purpose, they are making it as a mandatory. We have to go through that. So values, it can vary in the terms of respecting. So now we are in the era of equality. Men and women both are equal. But still, if you find it in other countries or other places, somewhere we don't consider the women at all. Complete ignorance. Somewhere men are leading, women are still struggling to get it. And some places we give equal respect. So that is depend on society to society. The values can change. They say men are great, women are great. Why we should give importance? This definitely changes. When our actions and words are aligned with our values, life feels good and we feel content, confident, and satisfied. I think this we can take an example of a student or else as a faculty. So we people have faced so many interviews, right? So in interview they used to ask so many questions. So technically fine, based on their subject, based on their discipline, they used to answer. But we have a HR round where they used to ask, Are you ready to work anywhere? What are the positive attitude you have, negative things? What do you want to be after 5 years? These are the like simple questions they used to ask for any interviews if you go. So in that cases, we will prepare some answers. But now we have a like a placement training, aptitude training, everything. They will be trained up how they should behave, what must be their dressing sense, what they should answer. So they will be mugged up with some answers and they will project in front of them. They will say, yes, sir, I will be in time. I will maintain all the rules and regulation. But the person can find because the action what you want to do, but that is not your feelings or values which are added in the early life. Normally, when you're a student, maybe most of the students will not come to college in time. But in office, definitely, right? They will have a punching. 9 hours, they have to work. 8 hours, they have to work. Maybe they'll start cultivating afterwards. But before that, the answer or the decision is not exactly what they do. That's what they're given. When our actions and words are aligned with the values, means if you're doing it right, then definitely you're so confident. But you're not doing that, but still you want to project, yes, I'm doing it, so that you'll feel guilty. You'll not be satisfied with the answer. Or else if you consider any of the exams, you studied hard, but the question paper was as you like. So you will write completely and you say, yes, I'm satisfied. But you have studied hard, but it is coming out of syllabus. What do you feel? So that thing will happen in your life if values and your thoughts are aligned. You feel happy. You make yourself happy, and definitely you are happy. Your surroundings will be happy. So next, how do the values come? So values are impacted by so many factors, is it? So I've considered major 3 points: family, education, and society. Because human, from the kid to the end of the life. So all three. So family is major role which gives value to individual. I have represented with the bedtime stories, grandparents, and joint families. So this bedtime stories, definitely when we are kids, I'm talking about ourselves, when we are kids, our grandparents used to tell so many stories. Is it? The stories had the information or a value about, like let us consider, they used to say, when big forest was there, lion is the king of the forest. So lion is a king. That terms make the powerful, how courage the tiger or lion is. Or if you say about share and care, this is if you are having much, help others, help needy. Means each and every story started adding the values to the kids. Kids will not differ. Okay, he is having money, she is having money. They will treat everyone equally because at that moment the innocence will be there. Whatever you teach, they will try to catch it up. If you respect them, they will start respecting others. If you talk rashly with them, again they think, okay, using that words are good. I should talk with others in the same way. The behavior should be like that. I think now this is also one of the great point where parents has to take care of their kids. Is it? And grandparents and joint family. But nowadays, I don't think so. We are finding a joint families almost all nuclear. We are losing the values because when we have a joint family, there are number of people will be there. It is not one or two. Sit. So many daughters, son, granddaughters, elders, and we say head of the family will be go with the grandparent, and whatever the decision they take that is based on experience, all these things were there. So this each and every point, so from that itself the people will start doing how to respect, how to listen to everyone words. If it is good, take it up. If it is bad, also don't return back. Don't directly answer them. Have a patience. But all things we have learned from the family. That's what this bedtime stories, grandparents and joint family plays a very important role of adding a value to the human. We don't know what he will be in the future. What profession he will join, we don't know. But these are the basic things which we get it from the beginning of the life starts. Next, after 5 years, 3 years, we started up moving to the education. So education will give you so many values. It includes nationalism, respecting elders, brotherhood, discipline, equality. See, from the beginning, we have to cultivate the habits. Sometimes it is necessary to forcefully make everyone to follow that. So nationalism, we should say proudly, yes, I am an Indian. Every school, morning, there will be a national anthem. Why it is? Because it makes the person to get a patriotism, love on a country, love on a place where he stays. Is it? So that nationalism will one of the value or patriotism is one of the value that every citizen should have. As respecting elders. See, if you have a background of a good family, then you'll start respecting the elders. Not only the elders for profession, the person is working more than you. Maybe in the age he is very small, but we used to respect because he's in that position. What the service he do it to the other, that will be considered. So respecting elders, we'll get it in the education. Brotherhood, we should consider all are our brothers, sisters, means that bonding should be there. We should not be so much selfish enough. We should create the helping nature, should considering he's my brother, he's our sister. Is it? So that habituation will be cultivated or imparted from education. Then most important point is discipline and equality. So discipline in the sense of dressing or presenting yourself or the way of speaking or way of behaving with others. And equality, we should not any impartiality. Particularly in education, it says all are equal. If you consider olden era, there was so much of discrimination. Is it color discrimination was there? Caste discrimination. So the caste discrimination, definitely the people have suffered a lot. So of course now also we have, but almost it is sustained. We people are not doing it because we are educated. We just respect what the person is. We'll not bother about what caste he is, from which place he is, which background he is poor or he is rich. No, if you're doing that, I don't think so. You will be succeeded in life. Maybe short time happiness you may get it from that, but long term, definitely you will suffer. So try to cultivate the habit of equality, and that will be given in a school. Because if you go to the school, if you go to the college, we treat everyone as equal. All kids are same to us. You will not say, okay, he is very important. I like this person. I like this student. No, we will not say that. We say all students are our kids. Our intention is to give knowledge to them. So that is equality, what we get it from our education, brotherhood, nationalism, respecting. So you can see the word of respecting is existing in all the parameters. From family also it is there, education also it is there. Then we'll go to the part of the society. Because see, we are living in society. We should think about society also. And definitely, we cannot take our individual things or individually, okay, I want to live like this, will you? We will think about the society, what society will think, what people will say. But we should believe only up to the mark. Don't go beyond that. Maybe you're not happy with it. So in society, again, first point, respecting women. See, we people believe in God. We used to do Lakshmi Puja, Saraswati Puja, because we believe that woman is the source of life. So only not for birth purpose. So everything. See, if one girl in a home has studied, in older days, one girl is studied or educated, she will educate the complete family. Because she's having that much of capability to balance both the cases of family and as well as nowadays the work also. Compassion about what you do. Empathy and cleanliness. So compassion, empathy, that should be cultivated from the beginning. Then cleanliness. So cleanliness, I think I will take the word of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So Swachh Bharat Abhiyan just a title, is it? But from the beginning, we people are aware how to clean our house. We are restricted ourselves only to clean our house, only to clean the place where we stay. But when you say about cleanliness, think about our society too. So we have to maintain or we have to act as one of the responsible citizens. Clean it. So if you're cleaning your home, try to clean the area. In the sense, don't go and do it by your own. So you're throwing the dust, right? Throw it in a proper way. So that we are helping that servants who come and do the work. So due to that, what happens? You're cleaning your house, cleaning your area. Finally, we say that our country is clean. So that is actually a dream. But I don't know how far it is satisfied, but most of the institutes, most of the organization, they are cultivating that habit every week. So it is exactly timetable because individually we people are not ready to do it. In that case, somebody must be there to push, do it, clean it. So that is a value which we get it from a social thing. So family, education and society plays a very important role. So here I have just added only the positive qualities, but we require that positive. But same time we will get negativity also, but we should not. As I said, killing is good for some person, but we will not accept it because it is illegal. We are harming a person. If you can't help somebody, but don't harm them, is it? That is actually being a human. We should have that policy or principle in our life. So next, with the human values, so will, as I said, there is a link. There is a link of feeling, thought, and action. And that is like values what we have should have a moral, and if it is moral thought you are getting, then your action will be of ethical one. So we can say that morals are the principles on which one judgment, which is based on, like, I think I've given a number of features, wrong, right, wrong, right. It is like individually. Maybe my decision, I feel, okay, I've taken a right decision. Maybe somebody feels it is a wrong. Or somebody has taken a right decision and I may feel it is wrong. So in that cases, it is individually you can impact it. Maybe your culture may be impacted or your individual will be impacted. So if you take an example, vegetarian and non-vegetarian. For vegetarian, the people who eat non-veg, it is a wrong decision. Why they should kill the animals? But if you ask the same question to the non-vegetarian, he says it is about the food. So we are having it. So this will be, it is not completely illegal, but somewhere it goes out of morality. For vegetarian, he thinks it is a wrong, and for non-vegetarian, he thinks it is a right. So that's what we say. Morals are the principle on which one judgment is based to take it as a right or wrong decision. So then morals are like well-fed principles which are by the wise people, experienced people, they will say, okay, you're doing the right. Because when you're getting a dilemma, we start asking other people, is it I'm doing the right or wrong? So that's what well-experienced or wisdom people will give you clarity what you should do, what you should not do. So when you come to the technology, the morality will be changing every time. Time to time it is changing. See, 10 years back we have studied some syllabus, is it? And now the rules has been changed. So we are going with new updated one. So time to time it can be changed. We should accept it. I cannot say software simulation I don't want. You should not say that because presently we need software simulations. So that we have to accept. You cannot say no. So from all, like it is like we cannot bias by individual. So we have to take integral output. So morality is concerned with principles and practices and how we handle the situation, how we do good to the people, how we think about bad, and what ideas we have. So that makes a sense of good and bad in a system. So next is, as usual, values. So values, human values. So we can relate to our personal life as well as we can relate to the professional life too. So values will have a unique ability to define the identity and as well as it shows how we believe in it. So belief also one of the major parameter of value. So that can also be, you can add it here. So in this, you can define that value as a principle that promotes well-being or prevent a harm. Or you can say that values will definitely give a success to the person who believes in his values. So it comes community, truth, love, responsibility, and peace. I think what exactly truth? So in that case, we can take one example of bureaucrats. So crime department, the person is working for a crime department. So he has taken an oath, I will do social service. I will be very honest in my work. But at the same time, that case is with respect to his friend also. So now the dilemma will start. So now you can consider two cases, truth, justice, and honest, as well as the responsibility. Combinedly, we can think about it. So what the person should do? He should help his friend or he should follow the rules. So if we are really strong or bonded with the values principle, definitely he should find what exactly the truth. He should give justice. He should not go with the preferences like he is my close friend, I should help him. That mentality should not be there. So that's what being rational without any biasing. Don't consider his friend, family, whatever it is, leave it. But see what he did. Is it did a mistake? Is it did an illegal thing? then take a decision because you are one of the social service person. If you don't do it, see, we start losing the beliefs. We lose the trust on the person. That's what we should be bias of giving a output. Then love, unselfish care and concern. So love is not only restricted to a girl and a boy. So it can be a love of your parents, your colleagues, your neighbors. Is it? It comes with all. At the same time, love on your profession. See, if you love your profession, definitely you will be succeeded. You will do something better. So people will start loving it. So you can make that, that is an unselfish care and concern. The next is peace. I think nowadays everyone needs this peace. If you have mentally peace, self peace, then definitely it will help with the surrounding. Experience the harmony without the violence. If you want to do something, don't be violent to the work or whatever it is. So peace, I think nowadays we people have started with yoga, meditation to have a control because so much of work pressure will be there, stress will be there. So balancing both the cases, so it is very difficult. So in that situation, how you will control yourself because anxiety, depression that will exist on every people. So being a human, it is common. Anxiety will be there. Whatever you go on a simple question also, they will be rashly answered because the stress problem or making them to behave like that. So that's what peace is one of the great human value that we should cultivate. And responsibility. And responsibility, it is given fulfilling one's duty, wherever it is. Being a kid, he should have its own responsibility. Being a citizen, we have some responsibility. Being a teacher, being a student, everyone. But we should not run for this responsibility. If somebody is doing, let him do. You don't leave that. If you're assigned something, take it seriously. So if you're really responsible, you can see so many changes in your day-to-day life. Then justice, this is before law, everyone is equal. All are equal. As I said, it may be the friend, it may be the family, whatever it is. So we should think what we are doing, what work I'm doing. Is I'm satisfying it? Because nowadays, like most of the things are going in illegal way. First of all, job, government sector jobs. People are in merit, they have a good ranking, and they have been selected in the ratio of 2:3 or 1:3. But finally, the people fail to select. Maybe the money influence or the political pressures, we will not get it. But we expect that should not be there in our society. We want a justice in getting the jobs. We want justice for what we do. We want justice for our appreciation of work, what we do, for the hard work, for dedication. For small things matters a lot. So that's what we say, equality before law, everyone is same. But how far it is happening, I don't know. But we, as a human being, we try to cultivate. We don't know about other 10 members, but think about you. Normally, we represent, you do this. See, this finger represents only one point at that person. But remaining three will ask, are you doing it? I think, sir, yesterday, Shishal Kekeri sir has given one example. The parents take the went and met professor and they said, sir, please tell my son is fond of chocolates. He should stop it. So professor didn't answer. So he took 10 days. The sir said very nicely, because the professor is very fond of chocolate. He used to eat. First he should stop, then he can tell. So after 10 days, he said to the student, don't eat. So he corrected himself. If you are correct, then we can say to others. So saying to others is very, very simple. So before that, you think, are you doing the same? Next is integrity. So integrity, I think this is also one of the major part in our life. This is also will going to add you the success. Here you can say that this integrity will enthusiast the people, not only in the job sector. As I said, responsible. If the person is responsible, definitely he will try to complete his work. So he will be dedicated to his work. And next, he will complete the task, and somewhere he felt, okay, that person has completed within a time. So self-respect will start developing and self-confidence will start developing. So finally what happens? Recognition will be there. So one person if he did and he chosen the path of success from this integrity term. This is integrity mainly include what thought you are having, what words, honesty, and as well as open-mindedness. This will enrich the capacity of an individual. In workplace, not only completing the task, what next? What else I can do it? So you go for achieving an excellence in your performance. So excellence, definitely you are self-esteemed, self-responsible. You'll own your own responsibility. It is not that, okay, let us take an example. They will assign the task. So you have to finish within 10 days. First 4 to 5 days, I don't think so. No one will bother what is happening until unless the manager comes and asks you what exactly the condition. Give me the strategy, what is happening. So that time the people will be triggered. Till that, is it necessary that every time the person has to come and poke you? No, it is not at all. So that's what it says. Take self-responsibility. Definitely you will own self-respect and you will excel in your job or profession wherever you are. So in the case of integrity, we'll get two phases. One is honesty, another one is dependability. So these two, if you do honestly your work, you'll get success, and the dependence on you, they will also be very much happy. And at the same time, if you're very irresponsible in your work, how exactly the work environment will be? It is uncomfortable, and as well as each and every time. See, suddenly that manager asks, "Tell me what is the status?" He can't answer because he didn't try anything. So he will be tensed. He'll not say anything because nothing has been done as per the schedule or as per the time which is given as a deadline. So that's what. So we should be very responsible. So that is gives you a success. So nothing but a integrity. So next examples of integrity at workplace. See, we are all working, is it? So it is a round clock. Time will be there. Time will not wait for us. The time will run. So as a being a teacher, we have a schedule, right? So normally we'll have our classes, labs, and extra activities too. So we should stick on to that. What timetable is there? We should do it and with proper preparation. So during that working hours, going for snacking or almost having a personal calls and using Facebook or WhatsApp. See, we have a schedule 8 hours. Let it be for 1 hour. We'll take a leisure for lunch or snack and all because we are human beings. We need a little bit break, but we should not habituate with taking the break is a long term. But in government office and all, you can see that if you go in the morning, exactly office will start at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. You be there at 9 o'clock, you will not find anybody. So he will say, "Sir, he's coming. Sir is coming." What time will come? We don't know. Okay, again at 11 o'clock if you go, again you can't find him because it is a tea break for him. Lunch, they will, because the timings have been fixed, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You adhere to that, you follow that. But what we do? We'll let it be half an hour. No, we'll take more than that. We'll enjoy. Out of 8 hours, hardly they may do 3 hours efficiently. But that is not a work ethic. So we should not do it in a workplace because so many people will influence by the way, by the attitude what we do it. So that's what you're working on your clock, do it. Beyond the clock work, that is also too good. So in that, some points I have represented here, that is follow institution policies, service learning, and a service learning program provides educational experience. So this is purely like institution, organization will be framed with some of the rules. So as we say that they have to follow, so they have to come in time, they have to take the classes, they have to be punctual, and at the same time, like some activities are very confidential, maybe as I said in bureaucrats or in government offices and all. So that should not be said without the permission. So timings, dressing code, all we should follow. So this is one of the parameters. Then service learning. I think for now, for the present generation, the service learning is very important. Means this includes the community learning too. We should not be like only a bookworm. So whatever is there in the book, we should not stick on to that. We should try to find what extra things, what we can do to the society with the learning what we are having. See, we say we are engineers. So we are engineers. How far we are helping the society being an engineer? So that will not come by just by reading your subjects. Every semester you will read 5 subjects or 6 subjects from labs. Try to collect the information, try to gain the knowledge, and that should be implemented in a society or community focus. So the third point, almost the same. The service learning program provides educational experiences. See, we are today for the FDP, and the topic which we have selected is completely out of the box. I think almost all who are attending as the participants are from the institutes or organization being the professors. Is it? But the topic what we are going through is completely out of the box. As I said, we are talking about ethics, moral. But this is also very important to be a part of a professional. So in the service learning, being a teacher, I have taken the option of for how the students will be and how the teachers will be benefited by this service learning. So service learning benefits students. First is linking theory to practice. I think most of the faculties are experienced this. Once students go out of those colleges, they will be recruited in some companies and they used to say one word. Sir, whatever you thought, it is not matching with our job, what we are doing. Is it our fault or the student fault? Because we give the basic fundas and that should be enhanced by the students. Because of that repeated answers from the passed out students, I think now education system is making the concept of whatever the theory they do, it should be related to the practical aspect. And we are we are inculcating in every semester out of the subjects, we are concentrating on conducting webinars, seminars, and industrial visits and certification courses. Why we are doing this extra things? So that the students will gain the knowledge other than the syllabus, other than the theory. So they will try to do it in a practical sense because finally we need to get output. Output should be a product which can use it in a day-to-day life. So students, because of the service learning, the students will have the ability to make the link the theory to the practical and depending understanding of course material. See, this is a theory class, is it? So if I simply goes on reading the slide, will you happy? Will you concentrate? So same content, if I go with some live example, mainly examples or some pictures, some videos, if you play in between, main intention is to reach the student with the exact concept, but what are the ways? Only writing on a board or only shouting in front of them? I don't think so. So we have to take what way I can reach my student. The same concept, I should make them to, yes, this subject I really feel happy. That's my favorite subject. How? So that, as I said, you should take the way of teaching in a different way, giving some examples or showing videos. See, you can see from pre-nursery also. They have all in terms of projects, mini projects. I think we need to take it to our technical part also. But as we know that the time is very stipulated for us, within that we have to complete the syllabus, we have to go for exams. But at the same time, try for it. Try to give examples, 3D examples or live example, because we people are very good attitude of having the visual concepts. Because see, we are fond of movies. So in movie, we used to say this picture was good, that choreography was good, the place was good, that bike was good. How we see? Because we have visualized it. We'll try to remember it. So try to make the service learning where the student can understand easily. Then enhancing the sense of civic responsibility through civic engagement. So this is like we have to cultivate, we have to tell them. So once they reach the standards of age, like after 18 years, after 21 years, they have a right to vote. So that we have to tell them, yes, you are the citizens, you have a responsibility to selecting the leader. So that civic responsibility, not only for election or all, other than that, cleaning the, like as I said, cleaning the society, cleaning our environment, maintaining that, like instead of wasting water, road, safety rules, all these things we have to add up in the classes what we do. And allowing student to explore possible career paths. So let us assume he is an engineering student, he wished to join computer science, but luckily he didn't have a good ranking, so he joined a mechanical engineering. So is it only the restriction to that person to come, only he has to be the mechanical engineer? No, he can explore because his area of interest in computer science, he is doing core mechanical engineer. I think now the person is more stronger than a person which is having only one path. So he can explore the mechanical concept by using the software in computer science. So that career paths are very, very different. It is not restricted. Okay, you are from technical background, you are from non-technical background, you are restrict yourself. No, you can do whatever you wish, but do the right way. Stressing the importance of improving the human condition. So we will understand that. So stress, it is in all the levels, not only the working people, everyone will have a stress level. The students, they will have exams. So during that time, let us consider he's a very good student. But he is getting tensed, he is getting stressed because he want to achieve first rank. His mind is having an idea that he should get first rank because your parents are forcing, his friends are forcing. So he need to prove that he want to get a first rank. So that is exactly the stress level. So that should not be input. So the stress, instead of that, he should haven't like thought, yes, I should get good mark, I should reach this maximum. Instead of having a thought of first rank, if he says, yes, I should score more than everyone or highest mark, then the stressing level goes down. So he'll come to know the what is the importance. Some people are educated, like as we said, they will get very good marks, but they will fail to do it things in practical way. That's what we say, last benchers. Last benchers, I think right now in the society, they are in higher position. The person who got a first rank is just a worker under those second last bench people. So this is some of the example we can see day-to-day life. So don't relate that. Then developing relevant career-related skills. I think this almost all institutions are supporting. So being electrical engineering students, except that MATLAB and all, they are going for Python, they're going for Blueberry. So different softwares they are going through that. So that will improve their career. So that will improve their efficiency. Then providing experience in group work and interpersonal communication. So this teamwork. So we used to say go for mini projects, go for internships and all. So in terms of group, because individually we'll get one idea, but if you have 4 to 5 members, see the different ideas you will get it. So out of that you can do the much more better outputs or projects or innovative ideas. I think last year 2019 we had a Smart India hackathon. So that most of the students are participated and the problem was given with respect to environment and health sector. So grouply the student has worked, that is interdisciplinary students have worked and most of them got good like prizes with respect to their good idea. So that exposure we need to give it to the student. We should not limit them only for the syllabus and as well for the exam. We should make them to work hard for the societal improvement also. And promoting interaction with people from diverse background means this is opportunity. So for how to speak, because some people are good at knowledge but they will lagging in communication, so you should give a platform. But if they start talking in front of us, we should not laugh. First we should give a chance to them, because the person can recorrect them. First time we fail to answer it, second time we fail to answer it, maybe third time we may be the person who's better than no one else to answer to that question. So that's what the interacting with people definitely give you, because once you join a college, we used to find different kind of people, people from villages, people from very good schools where the communication is too high-fi. So it is very difficult to match. And as you can see, there is a separate group. Village people will be in another one group, and the students who from high school will be in one group. So that matching of background should be happen. So that can be possible by this service learning and instilling a sense of empowerment that enhances self-esteem. Definitely, we should like only a thought of getting placed in one company. I don't think so. It's a good idea for everyone. Some people are there in that they say, "Mom, I want to do my own business. I want to empower. I need to keep some of the people as my workers." So that I don't know, all 100 or all 1,000 will get that idea. Maybe out of 100, hardly 5 or 6 will get. But that is a path is very tough. We'll not get all beautiful flowers in that. There are so much of stones. We have to cross it, but we can enhance the self-esteemness. See, after 5 years, you can see that person, uh, the laugh that says that I want something. But person who is working in company, just he is earning money. He is out of much stress. But still, if you compare both, will be the best. I think now in our colleges, we are going or we are initiating for startups. Our students are with a small idea or a big idea, they are going with the startups, and that empowerment will definitely enhance the self-esteem. So similarly, we have benefits for teachers too, that is faculties too. So providing exciting new ways to teach familiar material. See, as I said, I completed my BE in 2008, 2012. It's a long gap, right? But every day we are learning new things. Every 4 years, our syllabus is reforming based on industrial requirement. So how, being a faculty, how I can fill that communication gap? So that is possible by different way. Like we are also undergoing our workshops, seminars, webinars, FDP, and as well as internships, same as a faculty, like students, we are also following it. Because for a teacher, learning is a daily process. We have to learn every day. There is no end of learning. So they teach familiar material, then offering different professional development challenges like projects. So we are going for projects. We are telling students to do best project. Is it individually they can do? First you get some idea, you help them out. You give the challenges, what are exactly happening. Because we know better than our students. We can say little bit better than our students. And we can say, okay, this is a problem, we can do it. Professional challenges like group together we are working. And individually how we have to get individually the growth, how we can do it. That is only possible by your hard work or dedication towards the work. Offering professional development challenges, and engineering faculty in meaningful interaction with community at large, because we people are responsible for giving your production, is it? So see now Corona, this is one of the booming bad situation. So we want so many oximeters, temperature checking meters, and as well as automatic sanitizers, because we should not touch, we should not come in contact. Who are doing it? We are being a technical people, we are responsible for community welfare. Then encouraging faculty to form close, interactive, mentoring relationship with students. Hope every colleges are making this as a 1 hour. And timetable it is fixed, one counseling hour. Without keeping that also, being a teacher, we should create that bonding. So if you have a mutual respect, mutual bonding, mutual affection about student and a faculty, then you can achieve something good. So encourage faculty. So interaction must be there. Teacher means our intention is to only to give what subject we are taught, knowledge about only knowledge. But students definitely they'll have personal problems too. So being a mentor, we have to take care of that. So we should ask, because let us consider the person is very good, is topper in 10th standard. Suddenly if we enter engineering, he reduced. We don't know what, because the external facts are affecting him. He's from village, he's having a communication problem, and other students are not talking with them. So maybe he is not understanding that language what we are teaching in class. So many problems the students will face. And being a mentor, we should find. We should support that person. We should motivate that person. Nothing will happen. You can do it better than those people. I think you can see that Kannada medium students who come to the college at the beginning, they really feel depressed because they don't know how to speak properly. But their hard work and dedication will definitely result in a better way than the people who are good at English. So that this is a role of teacher is very important in this. And reminding faculty of the direct consequences of the teaching of the society means whatever you teach, teach ethically, which is helpful to the society. So we are one of the path, we are one of the communication to say good things to the student. And connecting faculty across academic discipline through a shared approach to teaching and learning process. So if you know much, like within a colleagues, so one is good at teaching, one is good at project making, one is good at like management or calculations. So all together make a group work, so you will gain the knowledge. So group work will give you a more strength than the individual. If you want to make any event more success, I don't think so individually can do it. So your group or a team will support for making the things more colorful. So next, civic virtue, I think I already said, being a citizen, being a human, more it is a student or a faculty or a manager or a professor, whomever it is. So we have to follow this rule. So this comes under human values, you can say, paying a tax. So we should pay tax every year. So that is one of the responsibility. Then to keep the surrounding clean and green. I think I only spoke about clean, but I didn't speak about green. So see, we nowadays itself we are facing a problem of shortage of oxygen, and we cannot find out which climate it is because we have 3 seasons. But nowadays there is no mandatory that this season is summer, this season is winter, because we are the persons are destroying our environment. But as a civic citizen of India or citizen of any place, it's our responsibility, right? See, if you want to survive, we need minimum basic necessities of good air, water, and food. So how you will get water? How you will get good air until unless if you don't maintain your environment green? So normally, for the sake of publicity and all, on environmental day, everyone will hold the small plants and they will implant. But after 1 year, is it really the tree is grown or not? Is it present on the place or not? We don't know, because on that day for showcasing or for the photo publicity, we are doing it. But how far we are really taking the responsibility of making our environment green? If we don't take responsibility in future, definitely now only we are facing problem. Maybe in future we should buy oxygen and we should hold it as a bag. Not pollute the water, land, and air. Of course, right? Water now only we people are purchasing. We are paying for it. In future, maybe for each drop we have to count. Maybe it is more costly than the things what we purchase like gold, diamond, and all. So we should not pollute. We don't have a right of polluting it and a right of wasting the water. Polluting, of course, secondary part. Wasting. So some people are not bothered about others. Some people see miles together they will walk and get drinking water. But we are lucky enough that we are getting waters in our houses itself. So don't waste the water and pollute air. So this you can consider like air means most we are moving with vehicles. Definitely we are polluting, but try to reduce it. So instead of going for individual vehicles, why can't we go for the common transport? So somewhat some percentage has been reduced. Okay, for this present scenario, I don't think so. It is suitable because of the corona. Like the people are get affected if you sit closely and all. But other than that, we can do that. Can that pollution can be reduced by increasing the environment in terms of green and hygiene, proper garbage disposal. Because see, if we are not following the rules, we are the people get affected by it. We are the one responsible for our own problems because we are not disposing the garbage properly, and we cannot blame the BBMP people who have not cleaned. The roads are not clean means we are responsible because we are throwing that garbage. So being a citizen, we should take this responsibility. So other than this, to vote the local or the state government, it is a right. So if it is announced, maybe nowadays they are announcing holiday also. Other than that, for local and all, you can get the permission because it's a right for you to select the proper leader. So that can be as one of the right, then contest in election to the local or state government. Of course, if you don't want to be any professionalism like a teacher or a lawyer, a doctor, if you're interested for social welfare, then you can go for election, you can have a contest. But you first incultivate the moral ethics values in your life. And to seek a public welfare facility such as school, hospital, or a community hall, a transport or communication facility for the resident. So this is like, so nowadays, like see, the organizations are adopting government school and NGOs are helping the poor people. It is not like individually they are doing it. They will take some help. I think yesterday in the news I watched that public TV has giving tabs to government school people. So public TV has started up. Okay, we should help the students because from almost 1 year they don't have any source to learn anything because people who had a mobile net everything they're going for online the private sectors. But this government students from 1 year, you just think what the situation. So 10th standard, they have to clear. There is a major role. 10th standard is playing a major role. So for that, they are doing a service like giving a tab to that. So similarly, giving a food, giving a transportation, giving minimum basic necessity. That is a right of a person. If you are having your wealth is too much and you are happy with what you have, possible help others like adopting school. I think this is one of the best part we are seeing nowadays. The private sectors are going through that. Then to establish a green and safe environment, pollution free, corruption free, and to follow ethical principles, and principles are said to have the right to breathe in fresh air but not allowing smoking in public. I think this sentence is too good. Smoking, fine. We say the packet it was written, it is injurious to health. It is injurious to health to the person who is smoking or the person who is standing nearby. And instead of that person, then maybe the person who is standing or the environment will definitely get polluted. Due to that, so many people will get affected. So that's what we have a right to have a fresh air. Please don't pollute it. Then people have inalienable right to accept or reject a project in their area. One has the right to seek legal remedy in this respect through public interest petition. So I think this you can consider as mobiles. We are all using mobiles, right? So mobile towers will be there because we need to have a signal. Hope you can see the tall towers are installed. So that tower, as I say, the frequency will be very high enough. So the person definitely he'll get money if we give some space for implementing that tower. But the surrounding area, we should see how far it is helping them. So that will affect the people health as well as the birds, animals which are surrounded by. So you can go and ask, you can put a petition. You have a right to say, don't put. Maybe he say, this is my land, my wish. No, but you are the neighbors who are staying and it will get affected to you. So you can have a right to go and put a petition about it. Sometimes throwing a garbage, do it in a proper place. If you are throwing in the other place where the person is legally, so you can ask why you are doing it. All these things will come to the part of rights being a human. Next, beautiful thing, respect for others. I think already you have done. So here, a little bit more I have added that recognize and accept the existence of other persons as human beings because they have a right to live just as you have. So whatever you speak, let us assume I am a boss and my worker is that he did some mistake. So don't blast it. First, you find out why the mistake has again happened, and think that okay, I am the person who is standing there. How do you feel if you blast? So always, whenever you want to, okay, if you want to speak good things, don't think, do it. But when you are doing, maybe it is a right way, but in a wrong direction. So you can ask him, like politely, you can ask him, right, why you did this mistake. So that's what we should see as a person who is standing there. So that respect must be there because everyone have a right to live. So this statement, I think, if you go for an era, so people like treated. Some people are treated like animals itself. So that should not be done. Or blaming, or with the caste. If they enter a house, they used to shout something has been happened. So that should not be there. We should think that he is also human being. He has the right to live. Then respect other ideas, words, and action. So this ideas, words, action, there is no age limit. There is no caste limit or your sex limit. So here you're going to consider maybe the small kid can give a good idea. You should respect that idea. It is not only the person of 75 years only should say that idea. So small kid can also say, small kid can also tell some good words, some action it can give. So, but think we have to respect it. We should not discredit that. So we have to say, okay, I will take it. Let's see what will happen in future. Minimum that courtesy should be there when you are doing speaking with others. And appreciate colleagues and subordinates on their positive action. Yeah, of course, this healthy environment should be there in every professionals. Maybe whatever the position you are having in a job, let it be. But if you did something good, try to, it may be small or big. No, if you start appreciating that person in a small criteria, definitely one day it will go to the huge parameter where it will like give happiness to the organization. So that's what we should have. We should cultivate that, appreciating your colleagues and subordinates. That is also a positive value of a human. Show goodwill on others, love others, allow others to grow. Basically, the goodwill reflect on the originator and multiplies itself on everyone. So goodwill, I don't think so nowadays we can find with the person with a good heart. Simply, everyone is like so much commercial. We are giving more importance to the money rather than the relationship. So, but here we say, give, love each other. That's what. If you love each other, definitely the relationship will be improved. Whatever it is, maybe in the family or maybe in the workplace, you feel that okay, he is my colleague, he is my subordinate, he is my student. So that way of communication, definitely it will originate. Again, see, if you say that, definitely he also feels and he also say, yes, she is my madam, she is my sister, she is my boss. So that kind of goodwill should be there in each other. Living peacefully. I think living peacefully is very, very important in that we are having major 3 point nurturing, get and act. So nurture like order in one life. So if you are a person with self-regulation, discipline and duty, because in your family, we will try to follow father and mother or some sisters or maybe some elder. So with some rules, so if you consider any of the military person or a police, so they will be like they will say at this time they have to have breakfast. Yes, that time they have to. This time they should go to bedtime, so that is a bedtime. So that discipline should be followed. Maybe how far we are following it, we don't know. We should try to incultivate. So we used to say, sleep early, wake up early. But if you're sleeping at late night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, is it possible to wake up in the early morning? And food habit too. So some people will not have breakfast at all. Some people will not have night food. And most of the time now, we people are very fond of junk foods. That is also not a discipline. And in your duty, as I said, there is a timings. Punctual with that. Be in time. Don't go late to your offices. Don't go late to your classes. Maybe see if a student comes to a class 1 hour late, maybe next day in that class he will not understand anything. Again, he is physically present, mentally completely absent. So that's what we should have order in our life. Self-regulation, discipline, and beauty. Then pure thoughts in one soul, like loving others, blessing others, friendly, and not this. I think this point is too important. Like not criticizing or hurting others by thought, word, or deed. I think in society we can find these kind of people. They will not understand what exactly the depth or what exactly the background. Simply they will throw their words. So if you do good also, they will criticize in different way. Okay, because of that reason you did that, right? So like this, the people will criticize, and that should not be the habit. If you're saying pure soul, I think you can take an example of Mother Teresa, pure soul, helping nature. They're not at all selfish. They're not at all bothered about themselves. They're only bothered about the people who are needy. And some people like we will find some of the reformers with respect to this. So we should love others, we should, if possible, bless, if possible, be friendly. Otherwise, don't go to them. Leave it. Let them be happy. Then creativity in one's head. So how the creativity? So we are the teachers, and I think this will completely relate to us. See, we are producing number of students. That is a product from the college, from the teacher, and what we teach them, what thoughts we are adding, values we are adding, what knowledge we are giving to the student, that should be in a useful and constructive way. After going out of the college, you should be in some position and you should proud feel that, yes, he is my student. Because whatever the small thing you did, maybe 5%, 5% of your effort, if it makes us 100%, you really feel happy. That is a creativity that can be from one person. Then beauty is in one heart. So this is wherever the place. If you are working in military, so we should have a patriotism. That is a love. And we are in a teaching profession. We should have a love what we teach, what we do on it. And that definitely gives you happiness and peace. And your service should be completely 100%. So in that case, honesty, loyalty, truth, justice should be there. And love about the job what you do, the people who are surrounding us. Next is get good health and body. I think nowadays these two, good health and body is tough part. People are very much stressed and hectic work schedules will be there. They're not able to concentrate on their food habits or maybe the good body shape. Because as we say, they will eat food at late night, they will not able to have breakfast, and they'll not get time for like yoga or exercise. Because being a human, we need to cultivate some of the good habits. That is for our own wish, own growth. If you are healthy, see, sometimes we say the person is having money, the person is having everything, but he don't have a good health, is it? And at the same time we can say that person is having good health, time, but no money. You can take it in another way. Person is having good health and money but no time. So balancing these three is too tough. So we should do it, then we say okay, the person is 100%. So good in health and a body is, we need to make ourselves some disciplined activities. I think our principal sir morning every day sir used to do. And some people are very strict to the times. 5 o'clock I should go for walking, they will go for walking. I think that habituation we should have it in our life, and definitely will have good health, because this health and the appearance definitely affect our profession. So I will tell you in the future slides. Then act, help the needy with head, heart, and hands. So this is like, don't do it for just showcasing, only for photo purpose. Maybe in nowadays people are okay, they're given 5 kg of rice pack, 5 kg of oil. So just only for the sake of photo, fine. But the intention is too good because they're serving the needy people. So in that cases, if you're having more than the requirement, please help others. I think this is one of the best part of a human should have. Next, values in leaders. Because any organization, any place we take, we are just human beings. So in that, some people are very, very special. And not only the political leaders. Maybe in classroom we can find some leaders. In your house you can find some leaders, because these qualities must be there to say leader. These are the values which are incultivated, maybe from the family, from the society, from the education. We can't say everyone as a leader, is it? We say it is a teamwork, but the person who is leading should have some of the major points: love for justice, selflessness, respect for human, dignity for all, love and care, peacing love, that is a non-violence, and as well as a compassion. So if you take example of social leaders, so they should think about the people or the public who are serving. So they should try to make everything which is required, finding a problem, or because, so that what happens, the people will come and approach you directly. Sir, we are facing this problem, because we have a belief that that leader can do it. And nowadays electing, we say we want a youth, because we think that a youth will understand everything and they will give you justice. Maybe we don't know what exactly happened at that position or the pressure, maybe that may change their mentality. But still, if you take it as idle cases, we want the leader should love for justice. He should only speak about justice. Yes, we are not providing food to those people, we do it because government is giving so many sanctions, is it? They are giving monthly 5,000 rupees. After 60 years they used to give some pension amount. So many rules are there. So that person, people should get it, they should be get benefited, and that is possible only if the leader is proper at the place. Corruption should not be there, illegalness should not be there. So that's what selflessness. He should not think about us, because people will take an example of recruitment, government jobs particularly. So as I said, the merit is there, everything is there, but the person has not given any money. But think about that person who is recruiting, he paid some 10 lakhs and he should earn the 10 lakhs. What he will do? He will go with the different paths. He'll go with a different path and he'll start earning the money. But that selfishness should not be there being a leader. Then respect for human. So respect for human. So this is commonly should be there. They should not find who is rich, who is poor. Equality should be there in all the cases. Dignity for all, loving and caring. The profession, what they do, they should love, and they should have a peace, love. So I have taken some example of reformers, which we have seen already, because this is the era from olden days to till now. So many reformers are there with the beautiful values. And at that situation, what are all the problems people are facing? So based on that, the people have fighted to get that. People are strived so much to get the things of equality, secularism, non-violence. I think some names are there. I'll just read out Mahatma Gandhi ji, who everyone knows, right? So Mahatma Gandhi ji. So simplicity, secularism, non-violence, self-sufficiency, dignity of labor. So during the Mahatma Gandhi ji say, like, he fought for freedom, is it? At the same time, so many issues were happening. So he is famous for simplicity, is it? So it is famous for he has had everything, wealth, richness, money, everything. But why he was like this? Because he acted as a reformer because of its values: simplicity, secularism, non-violence, self-sufficiency, dignity of labor. The next, Nelson Mandela has given like self-belief, equality of the human race, freedom, fairness, justice. Depending upon that situation, what is not there in a humans, so that these people are stressed. That's what we say. Nelson Mandela means we'll remember this: self-belief, equality of the human, freedom, fairness. Then Rajaram Mohan Rai is mainly fought for social equality, equality of the human race, human empowerment. So nowhere is spoken about empowerment, right? Because we thought that humans are only fixed to the house. We used to call them housewives. Yes, now also if you ask somebody, they'll say housewives. But why can't they say the term as we are homemakers? Without them, I don't think so the man will be succeeded. The human is the person who is balancing the kids, family, and of course, every month what needed and all, only women will need more than men. But men definitely is a supportive part. But if the men want to be successful, then women should be as a maker. It's not like he's a wife to the house. He's a maker. Then Swami Vivekananda, so self-belief, equality of human race, patriotism and compassion. I think I have taken so many quotes of Swami Vivekananda, sir, regarding our professional teaching. I think I'll go for it. Then Mother Teresa. So this is like selflessness. Selflessness, best example, you can take Mother Teresa. So compassion, helpfulness, kindness, cleanliness, and determination. So if you see any of the leaders in present day life, try to see is the values are present or not. I don't know, much of the things are already gone, but they showcase it at the time. Okay, we have this, but when you go in a depth, we don't find some of the helpfulness, kindness in some of the leaders. So just I want to go for a brief differentiation of ethics and morals because I was mainly concerned about values. So because these values are bonded with this moral and ethics. So these two, which one we have to follow, which is professionally we need it. So ethics and morals. Ethics is completely professional because we say the institution formed by some ethics. We never say morals. Moral is like an individual. Ethics is yes, you have to do it. No other option. So you can just go through the slide here. So guiding principle of conduct of an individual or a group. But morals are principle on which one judgment of right or wrong are based. If I say yes, this is right, maybe some my followers can say yes, that is right. They can't raise the voice, sir, you're doing a wrong, you're doing a bad. So they will believe, okay, sir is doing right, I will also say yes. But here, guiding principle, it's like a overall group. They will see, okay, this is a group decision. Then they will think about the individual. Is it all 100 people are working? The rule should be same for all 100. There is no seniority, juniority, or higher position or higher salary. Nothing will be considered. Next, this ethics will mainly be influenced by profession, field, and organization. This ethical values can be changed depending upon, because being a teacher, we have some ethical rules. Like corporate, they have some ethical rules, or the government employees, they have some ethical rules. But here, your morals will be influenced by society, culture, and religion. So here, professional will not come to the picture. Because personally, we can take it. So different religion can speak about something. Different society people can different because some people somewhere, as I said, human will be well respected. Some place humans are not at all. They are ignored. So that is mainly depend on society. Next is related to the professional work, as I said, ethics, and not related to the professional work. Then uniform compared to the morals vary according to different cultural regions. So there is no like fixed value. So it can be changed depending upon the place, situation. But this is almost morals we try to implement in the life. Next, types of ethics. So we have mainly 3 types. Again, in that you can consider one as common morality, personal morality, and professional ethics. If common, personal, almost same it comes, then we have a professional and one more. Personal, actually, it is merged with the common. Addition to the professional, we have a work ethic. So we'll go for what exactly this common morality or personal morality. So common morality, almost here we see the shade that is in terms of negative. I think I've given some example here. See, the common morality is designed primarily to protect individuals from different types of violations or invariations of their personhood by others, such as killing, lying, and stealing. See, some people are there to protect. We know that they are doing a mistake, they did illegally activities, but still you are creating a loss. You are creating the proofs in terms of favoring these people. So that comes in a common morality. But it is like that person will appreciate him. Okay, you're really a good person. You helped me a lot. Maybe that is like mutual understanding, but it is in the negative manner. So he's done complete illegal activities, but you're supporting him. This is the part of common morality. Then, as we know, morality will have positive and negative. So the lying, cheating, that comes to a negative part. But at the same time, if you say positive, help the needy, promote human happiness, promote the environment, that is cleaning or improve the green, not polluting, not wasting, and at the same time following the basic rules, that is road rules we have to follow. And now Corona, because of Corona, so many rules has been given. We have to follow it. Wear masks, maintain some distance, sanitize yourself. Yes, these rules made it for us. take it in a positive way, implement it, and that are the common morality. So common morality will make a distinction between evaluation of an person action and of his intentions, and evaluation of an action in based on moral principle considered. But an evaluation of person is himself based on one's intention. See, if you are saying the things is wrong, right, I should help that person, I should take this decision, depending upon the individual. Individual. It is not like all the team, all the surrounding people will come and say, yes, we want it. But here, individually, he should think. Should I help him or not? As I said, bureaucrat. He should give a justification that he should think about the job, like the service, or he think about the friend. It is individually left to him. No one will come and force him. Of course, pressure will be there from friend because he is a friend from so long years. But here, that will be depend on the individual action or moral principles what he had in his life. Next, personal morality is almost the same, merge with your common morality. So, personal ethics or personal morality is a set of moral beliefs that a person holds. Our personal moral beliefs mostly and closely run parallel to the principle of common morality because helping a needy or a cheating, lying, negative and positive shades are almost the same in your personal life. Because depending upon the situation, sometimes we lie because we know that the person who is sitting in front of me will not believe whatever I say. So what we do, we start telling lies in front of them. Maybe the situation demands for lying. So if you don't trust, then we start lying, we start cheating. It will become a habituate. But whatever it is, that person is agree for the things, then we are dare to say, we are dare to tell, yes, I did this. But if you come to know that person is not going to support anyway, so we will start in a different way, how to hide it, how to lie, how to go out of that situation. So this comes to a personal morality. The next important part is professional ethics. So professional, we are the professionals, so we should follow some ethics. So I think I have given some of the terms here, formal code. So this will specify who are you. It is not necessary to show your degree cards. If you were seeing a dress, black coat says he is a lawyer, doctor. Maybe teacher it is difficult. Maybe some dressing sense will be different, wearing a sari or wearing a suit. So we can justify, but we can say, okay, he is exactly this profession. He is a police, he is a military, he is a navy. We can determine this dress code makes the unity. Overall, if everyone comes, we say they are doctors, they are engineers. We will not say anything. Just by seeing the formal code, we can specify what it is. And focus. So focus in the sense being a professionalist. So doctor, my intention, my focus is to save the life. And being a technical part, we are the engineers. We should see what best we can do to the society, what products we are giving to the society, because we are manufacturing, we are designing, we are testing it, we are giving a protocols to the society, is it? So we should focus what we are doing. Then precedence. So precedence is actually relationship, professional ethics, which takes over the personal morality. Okay, in this, like there are characteristics will have an advantage, and sometimes it can produce the complications. So we should be give justification to the job what we do. Then restrictions. So this professional ethics sometimes differ from person to person, as we say. So some people 8 o'clock is the time they should come, and some people 9 o'clock. The restriction can be varied in your profession. Then two-dimensional will have both the positive shade and as well as the negative shade. So positive shade will say prevent and avoid evil. Positive say prevent, possible, try to prevent. Avoid evil. If you're not trying to help others, don't do bad. So that is the first case. Next one is doing and promoting for good things. Because if sitting in this position, we say our students to do things. So you can promote them, you can make them. So that is the two dimensions of that. Then role morality like it is an example of parents. See, being a parent, what we do, we take care of our kids. We will give what they want, good study, nourishing them, and all. So similarly, that should be inculcated in the place where we work. What exactly my job is assigned. Do your role completely. That gives the role morality. So next we go for work ethic. Work ethic is defined as set of attitudes, concerned with the value of work, which forms the motivational orientation. It is a set of values based on hard work and diligence. It is also a belief in the moral benefit of work and its ability to enhance character. A work ethic may include being reliable, having initiative, and pursuing new skills. So this you can take example in both the shades same as it is. If one of the person is too much dedicated, we say an example, see that person is doing, he achieved, means in a short span, if the person is reached the high position in the organization, or else we can take an example, best teacher awards. We got so many people who got best teacher award. Is it any restriction that only 60-year people has to get? Very young minds also got because of their work, the orientation about the system, motivation got it from the others, and dedication towards the work. It gives a recognition, and this is yes, he is the best teacher. Just he's 25 years. Maybe at the same time, the 60-year person also got. So see the gap. Its gap, it is, doesn't mean that there is no age limit to gain the things. So we should think in a way what we want. That's what we should own the responsibility. So self-esteem will run behind us, and we can create excellence in our work. So that gives, it will give you option of initiative and pursuing new skills. Say every time administrator changes, the rules will be changed. Sometimes they say they give only 3 months of leave. Again, they extend for 6 months. Maybe the administrator will give you why instead of 3, why I should go for 6 months. He will give you a clarity. So that should be there in our work ethic. So we'll have a small diagram. Hope you can understand what must be the strong work ethic, what principle, and what makes us to get a better output or better recognition, better performance. And finally, see, we are all working for money, is it? Without money, we cannot survive. But money is not everything. But money we want. Without that, again, so many problems will arise. So if you achieve something, definitely your money will come. So here we have a thing: hard work, dedication, high productivity, reliability, punctuality, responsibility. See, these are all the cycles. I think from the values we are repeatedly saying some common words. So being in work, the main part is required hard work. If you don't know also, you study for first time, second time, third time, maybe at the fifth, sixth time, you will be the master of that. Normally we say teachers, they say, I don't know about the subject, sir. First time it is difficult to teach. Second time, so you know a little bit better than the last time. Fourth, fifth time, you will become excellent in that chapter or book or concept. Dedication. We need hard work means simply unwantedly you're wasting your time. Don't think that that is a hard work parameter. So in that we are having two kinds: smart workers and hard workers. Smart means within a short time they will reach what they want, and it looks that makes difference. He worked for almost 1 month. His output is same as the person who worked for 1 day. I don't know how possibly practically we can get it, but there are people are there, smart workers. They know what to do. They will do it only precisely within that time. That is also very, very required. High productivity, because you are doing something good. So by seeing that, other positivity will be elaborated to others. We can get, instead of one, we get 10 members, 50 members, 100 members. So positivity will be increased that act as a productivity. Reliability, of course, in the work should be there. Punctuality, timings, maintenance, that should be there. Then responsibility. I think if you're responsible, I think all this parameter will be goes, and it shows the strong work ethic in any of the organization, any of the work environment. This all the employees should cultivate it. They should take the responsibility. They should work on it, and dedication should be there. And finally, the result will be really beautiful. So this is sense of management ethics, because ethics is, as I said, this is socially, which is given. Yes, we have to follow this. But in that again, management ethics will come. It can be like what exactly we have to go through. So ethics is an activity which concern with making investigations and knowing about moral values, finding solution to the moral issues, justifying moral issues, and justifying moral judgment. I think both the statements are same. Means we have to go through that. There is no difference of management ethics or ethics. So first statement is almost the same. The second one, ethics is a means of contrasting moral question for non-moral problems. So, but here in the management ethics, we say management ethics gives a total view of the moral problem and how to solve this issue specifically related to the management field. So, this is a question if you take it technically. See, there's some problem is existing. You need to find out who is the person suitable to solve this problem. See, if I have a health issue, I should go to doctor itself. If something has happened to any of the electrical machines, let us consider a car is not working properly, then I should find the mechanic to search. So here your management skill will give you a solution who will do this, who will clear this. But ethics is normal, it is common. Okay, you can do this. We are going to balance with both the cases. Then ethics is also used as a means of describing the beliefs, attitudes, and habits to an individual or a group morality. So they're given, ethics is given in the Bhagavad Gita or Bible or the Quran. We have, see, we believe that Bhagavad Gita, Bible and Quran, it is already written. We should follow it. But in management, there is nothing like books have been written with this you have to follow alone. So management ethics is also using some currently accepted codes and standards which are to be followed by the group of managers in management society. But this is not universal. So as I said, depending upon the organization, this will going to change. Then, as per the definition of dictionaries, moral principle is about the actions and principles of conduct of the people. So here it can take an example that can be of ethical or it can be of a unethical. So, but here in management ethicals, it also concerned with discovering moral principle. So that exactly the obligation, rights, and ideas. So that will be applied only in a one direction, that is right way, correct direction. You don't have an option of choosing right decision or wrong decision. Definitely we have to think only for right actions. Next, if you want to say role models, what exactly they should have. This is, I think, generally I have taken. Minimum qualities the person should have to consider this person is a role model. So first one I have represented as manager or saviors. In any organization, we need a boss, is it? Some higher authority must be there. So because they are having a skill of managing, maintain the relationship and how to support and how to execute the strategies, all will be concerned with the manager. Means because sometimes you see the person is very, very experienced. I mean 80 years, he is 80 years, but he will not be in a higher position. He's just working as a professor. But the position, head of the department or the organization boss is just 40 years or 20 years. How? Because that gives the managing skill. How he is going to manage the situation. Sometimes they will not be positioned. The people who are at 60 years, 70 years, why they are not reached that position? They don't have a sense of giving or a distribution of work or getting a job from the people. That is all like ideas or strategies, which is very much required for a manager in a profession. Then managers as guardians. Of course, they have to see both the phases, positive and as well as the negative. That cases, we are assuming that person is very, very efficient. Maybe due to some personal reason, he couldn't do it. But that manager should understand the situation. Okay, due to some problem, he is not able to give 100%. So that time he should forgive the situation. He should cheer him. You can do it better. So that's what guardians, what they will do for kids. It is taking care of the situation. And if the person is not there, let us assume some serious issues are there, that person is not there who must be there to present. But in that case, it can be managed by the person as a guardian. Next, manager as a bureaucrat servant. I think this is very much required because in companies or in institutes, so many employees will be there. So out of 100, let us assume, not 100 all are dedicated workers. So in that, they are getting high pay, they are having high position, but they are wasting the time. But what exactly it impact? The people who are working also started thinking, see, he is not doing anything, she is not doing anything, but she is getting good salary. Why can't I? So in that cases, you need to find and you need to say, yes, you do this duty. That time you have to assign it. So manager should be in a position to find who is doing work, who is not. And a manager as a social servant. Of course, So social servants in the sense, if anything is possible, as we say, environmental day we are doing, or Swachh Bharat Abhiyan we are doing, all these things. It is not only houses. Universally, they should be accepted in the sense organization or small companies, small organizations should help. So that manager should act as a social servant. And manager plays as a player. As a player means, let us assume 10 members are there in a team. So every time, so I will just consider this FTP itself. So one person I assign to make invitation, one person assigned to make registration, one person we assign to make as feedback. So 10, again, repeatedly the process is happening. 10 times you're assigning the same job to a single person, he will be master, that is also fine. But we should make them to learn other things too. So what we have to do, circulate, give the job, next time give other job to him. So that what happens, maybe it is difficult at the beginning, they will be doing at the next, because they should know each and every part of it. Then only we say, okay, he is learning something, otherwise they will be restricted themselves to the one work. Then managers as social enablers and catalysts. So this is with respect to the engineers who produce the product. See, we people, our students are doing projects, right? So that is the prototypes, but that will not done in overnight. It will be taken up with a long 6 months or 1 year. First, we tell them to find what is the statement, problem statement, do literature survey, and get what methodologies you can do it. After that, with the software, hardware, then they will get with some output product. So here we should find out what exactly the society needed. Small problems we have to take. Of course, that is the problem. The engineers are doing it. So define what exactly the problem. Then you design it and give the product. And whatever the product you give, that should be support the society and that should support the maintenance. Okay, I think that almost have speak about values, human values. Now we are moving to the major part, that is ethics in professional education for teachers. So I will start up with this provoke, which is given by Swami Vivekananda sir. That is, education is the manifestation of perfection already in a human being. Hope everyone knows the meaning, that everyone knows education already, we know something, but how we design it, how we strive to design that, that is very, very important. So you can say that education is something which is there with us, just how we strive for it and how we desire to learn something new, because learning is something which is not bounded by any age, time, or place. So this thing, two sentences give so much of meaning, is it? So sometimes roadside, by seeing the people, we learn something. In traveling, we see something and we try to incultivate that. So that's what we say, education doesn't have any limit. And sometimes we know that, but we're not able to showcase it. So striving is also one of the parameter which we need to incultivate in our life. See, education is not only nowadays, right? But if you compare ancient education and the present scenario, there are two differences we can find. So earlier days, only men are preferred. The two, the people are well enough. They used to send the kids, or else the teacher used to come to their house and they used to teach. So there is like very strange cases. Hardly out of 100 houses, 10 houses, people are educated and remaining all as it is. But now again, the modern system, everyone is educated, but they are not literate. So now the job of a teacher comes to a picture, because it is very much necessary to add professional ethics rules to the teacher first. If teacher is ethical, the teacher is moral, is having human values, then definitely the product what we give, that is our students or the stakeholders, they will also start benefiting that. So now I think nowadays syllabus we are framing it, right. I think we can see most of the universities, they added this human values and ethics as one of the syllabus subject, because it is going away from everyone. Everyone is running behind with money. If money is there, fine. He will not think who is he. Maybe in family, they will not respect father, mother, nothing. Money won't. If the kid asks the parents, I want a mobile of some 40,000, 50,000. If the parents are not ready to give, then again he will think in a negative way. They are not doing anything. They are not helping anything. He will not understand the scenario, why they are not going to give, what problems their parents are having. Only he want a mobile. If we get, then he say, okay, my parents are good. Otherwise, you can see the mentality. He'll take it in a negative manner. So that's what this incultivating of human values and ethics in education, it is very, very needed. So if the teacher is doing all the qualities, maybe the students will, 90% of the students will get that. So you should increase that magnitude of adding the ethics and human values, because from the childhood we started adding these values. One or the other way, directly or indirectly, this will affect that. So teachers as a role model. So have a small block diagram. So before that, the lines, I think this is very wonderful lines. Teachers make a living by what they get. They make a life by what they give. Hope all the teachers are happy by seeing this sentence. See, we are the selfless people who give the best to the students. Is it? If a student got any prize, any award, any recognition, we are the first, next to the parents, the most happiest people in the world. That's what we say, selfless human beings or teachers. Eh, How you'll get means what thought, what values, what knowledge you empower our students. Maybe in a 0.1%, if they grab it also, maybe they're in a good position. So that time be proud, he is my student. And at the same time, if the person comes and approach you, she is my teacher, he is my master. I think the life, whatever the achievement we didn't do till day, maybe that day we say, yes, I achieved something in my life. And getting a patent or getting some money, nothing happier than this moment. So that's what teachers make a living by what they get. They make a life by what they give. So, and moreover, we used to say, the people cannot steal the knowledge. Wealth can steal, money can steal, vehicle, gold, jewel, everything can be stolen, is it? The thief can come and take it off. But the knowledge is the one source who cannot touch it. But that we have to give it to others. So, beautiful block diagram is there. I think it shows all the positive things. Ethics in professional education. All are moving towards this. First is knowledge. Next, motivator, creative, honest, wisdom, impartial, optimism, and discipline. We know that knowledge is a power. Without that, I think you cannot sustain. Hardly one day, 2 day you can, but after that it is not possible. So you should be master in what you teach. You should gain the knowledge, whatever you see, whatever you read, whatever you learn. So then only it is possible to give the best to your students. So knowledge is very, very important. It is a part of a teacher. Next, motivator. So if you go to the class, we have a 1 hour schedule. So make it as a split. First 10 minutes, you will go and say hi to the students and you ask them how they are. So what it makes, they'll come back to the class because they have a schedule of 7 to 8 hours, right? So if you go and they should switch out from one class to the other class, say hi to them first. So next, you'll take up the class. First, you will revise what exactly happened in the last class. 5 minutes, give a review. So they will think, okay, yes, yesterday ma'am has did this fine. Then do class with most effective examples and roam around them and ask what exactly. So if the person, let us assume it is a mathematics class, not all the people will do it in a fraction of seconds or 5 seconds or 10 seconds. One is doing, another one is takes so much of time. You call the person who is not doing so fast. Or in that some are ignored itself. They will not do at all. They will simply wait, ma'am will write on board, I will copy. Because finally you want to show that he has written on the book. But we don't want that. I want that student to be solved the problem in my class itself. How you motivate? You call him. Maybe he may scold you. He can't scold directly, but maybe he will his friend. Definitely, ma'am will call me. That expression you can find, right? You call that person. You help him out. You because the God has given a knowledge brain to everyone. How much we utilize that is depending upon us. Some people use more. Some people will use less. So you make the person to do it. Maybe he will take much time. He will wait, he will stand, ma'am, I can't do it, I will not write. So many actings they will do in front of us. Let it be. But finally he will finish. So next time what he will do, if you call him again, he's ready to do it because he know definitely ma'am will call, so he will mentally prepare. He will prepare and come for the class. He will be attentive in the class. Next, creative. So creative, see, some of the subjects are very, very theoretical. We can't do anything. So in that situation, you relate that with social or community problems and tell them to do mini projects. See, now we people are running with the shortage of sources, electrical like energy sources. So we have renewable and non-renewable. So they are getting over. So we are moving with the new technologies. So you give an option, do it, try for this. So day to day life, we are facing this traffic signal problem. I think most of our students are going to find a solution for it. So that is creativity. Every year, I think the concept of projects are coming up. Every time they add something new which we don't do. So that creativity we should try to get it from the student. And honesty in the work. This is like inbuilt. This is like a value. Whatever we do, we should have a honesty. Normally writing exams, don't copy. Is it? If we copy, like may sometimes it happens, the copied person get more marks than the person who showed the answer. So that time what they'll feel, see, I copied from him, I got more marks, so I think I can continue the same in future classes too. So that habit should not be there. So honesty should be there in what you do, maybe in teaching class or maybe in the student life. Then wisdom. So wisdom, of course, again, it's same as the knowledge. So it's a power. A power of all multiple cases, not only one subject, it's in multiple cases. Being a human, you have to take all these cases. Then impartiality. I think this is the one best part we should have it as a teacher. We should not do any partiality between students. We should treat them equally. And if you consider this, I think we are all face the scenario because when you consider a class 60 students will be there, do you think all the 60 will be the toppers? No. So in that some are very good, means they are the fast learners, some are the average and some are the poor. So now exactly the role of teacher will start. He should find the poor and he should make that person to improve himself step by step to the average to the higher one. And now the role of motivator, creator will be by the teacher. You should push the person to, yes, you can do it. Give the like opportunity, yes, nothing as late now, you can do it. Self-confidence. So that what happens? Self-confidence will be boosted. So that is like communication problem, as I said. Call the person, give seminar. Maybe first day he cannot do it. Let him read the slides. Maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe he can improve. So we need to create the platform for those people who are poor enough. And we concentrate on that. Now a situation of education system we are finding for fast learners, for the poor learners, and we used to give remedial classes for them. So remedial classes is not like we are not disagreeing the students, or we are trying to encourage the students so that they can also be the good learners or fast learners, or they can score good. So that impartial behavior must be there in every teacher. Optimism. So positivity, how much you speak positively, the students will also think the subject in positive way. So let us consider some tough subject is there. I think I have teach electric field theory. So it is a common criteria. We think that it is a tough subject. If you use the word from the beginning of the class, the subject is tough, tough, tough. What student will think? Anyhow, subject is tough, let it be. They will not concentrate at all. But instead of that, you say the subject is interesting, more problematic. We have to hard work. We have to dedicate for this subject. Definitely, we will get more than the others. So the way how we convince them, that makes student role in positive or negative terms. Let us consider one student has approached the teacher and he want to do some project. You appreciate the idea and you say, okay, do it. I will help you. If you want any help, I can do it. If you support the person in that way, he'll try something to do. Otherwise, if he comes with an idea and you say, of course, you are having a project in final year, you do it. Now you are a second year student, just concentrate on subject. If this is a way of answer from a teacher, what student will do? His creativity will goes down. He wants some motivator. But what exactly the teacher did? He discouraged the idea of that student. So that's what the teacher should have, a good optimism and discipline. So discipline maybe in your dressing sense or cleanliness, or as well as maintaining the time. 1 hour schedule is given. Yes, within that 1 hour, whatever you want to do it, plan it properly. So now the schedule has been given for 2 hours. Maybe it may complete in 1 hour, complete in 2 hours, fine. But within that itself, you have to. You are bound with some particular timings. Do it. Don't extend it or don't complete it. So that's what discipline is very needed. That is a punctuality, and within that, how much you work, how much you do the best is be the good habit of a teacher. I think this all of combinedly we say they are the best teachers or they are the professional teachers. So knowledge, motivating, creating, honesty in the work, wisdom, impartial, optimism, and discipline. So I think the same has been repeated here. Role of a teacher is unconditional knowledge sharing. There is no limitation. Of course, being a teacher, we have a schedule, right? We have a 5 modules. We have to complete within the stipulated time. So many test exams will be there. I think within that, it is not possible to add extra. But we have other than the schedule, right? We have after 4 o'clock. If any of the students is interested to know more much about that topic, you can take class. You can tell them you can do it in this way because you know better than the student and you can approach you can give better ideas to them to do any of the soft skill courses or any of the mini projects. And impartial and prudent action is very, very important. Treat everyone as equal. And don't say in class, okay, he is a topper. Fine, he is a topper, that is fine. But don't take the negative part, that person who have failed or who got a backlog. Maybe that semester he got 1 backlog. If you start telling you got a back, you got a back, maybe next semester again he'll get 2 back or 3 back or 4 back because he knows that okay, whatever I do, definitely they see these words. I'll continue the same. But instead of that, if you say nothing is special, he is also same as you, he is working more than you, that's it. He's studying 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. You also do it. You try it. Why can't you? Maybe next semester without backlogs, he may get distinction. So that motivation should be there from the teacher, encourage each and every participation. Because in academics, not only the subjects, we should give liberty to attend or participate in technical activities, cultural activities. Because education is not only reading the book or reading the concept or reading the technology. It's necessary with going for like singing competition, dancing competition, or skits or moral acts. So many things. There is cultural part because some people are very much interested in that. So we should motivate them. Let them participate. Sports. These are all like wanted by the students. Not only the subject, we should give lenience to do participate in other activities too. Walk the talk, practice what is preached. Means they should cultivate the habit. And that is depend upon the teacher what they do. They say, I will give test tomorrow, you give the test and see the marks, how much they are getting. Next day you're doing it, okay. So you're going to create an idea that after each unit, ma'am will going to give one surprise test. So people start reading every day. So it is a good habit, is it? And as well as wisdom in the class, addition to your subject, if possible, try to add some morality in that. Some examples which is related to the subject, but at the same time there should be favor to the social and community problems. Next, role models of a teacher should have, I think already we have said, addition to that, how the personality should be there. So you can see here, cheerful and pleasing personality. So clean habits and control habits, control on anger and forgiveness, conquest of mind, honesty and character. So cheerful, pleasing, of course we should have this good personality of pleasing the students, we should not be rash to them. Clean habits, good habit, all those things will come to a picture. And anger, I think I can take an example. So one, like let us say the father. If the father is working hard, he is getting money, but the kid is not getting time to spend with his dad. So he went and asked, Dad, how much you earn for an hour? He said 500 rupees. And he shouted, why you want all those things? Just get out. It is not your job. But after an hour again, he felt, okay, I did something wrong. So he went back and asked, why you called like this? So at that moment, that kid has given 100 rupees. Dad, can you spend 1 hour with me? So really, that situation will give you two formalities of human values. The dad has lost patience to answer when the kid are asked, but kid has the forgiveness. It's okay, Papa, you spend 1 hour time with me. So this must be there. Then conquest of mind, clear mind. If somebody wants to come to the place, they should feel, okay, if I go, I will be happy. Students should come to class, your class particularly. You create that environment. Every time if he comes, you should feel happy for it. And honesty in the work what you do. Then good character, because sometimes students will follow you. So that's what we should have, a good character in it. Then teaching ethics, I think repeatedly I'm saying integrity must be there, honesty, fairness, justice, kindness, courtesy, and as well as good behavior. Golden rule, respecting, like you should think in your position, then you should speak to others, then follow some civilization rules, and whatever you want to do it in a team, that is fine. But sometimes in team, all are working, but one person will get a recognition, and that should not be there. So don't let the team to down for a game. I think these are all the qualities already we have done, that is knowledge, humility, commitment, planning, and some of the asset has been given here. I think these are the positive attitudes of a teacher. I think I'm running with the time. I'll just complete within that. So two assets, positive and negative. So positivity, if the teacher is having, definitely he'll create the positive environment, and because of that, he will get efficiency will be increased, foster teamwork, solves problem, improves quality, breeds loyalty, congenial atmosphere, stress will be reduced, and the pleasing personality. So if the person is having all those things, we say positive attitude. These are the assets of a good teacher. But similarly, because we are the human beings, will have this all the bitterness, resentment, purposeless ill health, high stresses, and negative environment. They are liabilities, but we should control this negative attitude in our working environment, particularly with our students. So with this, I have a two proverbs. I will end my session. A teacher to be effective should always be a learner. If he ceases to be a student, he ceases to be a good teacher. As I said, we can't say that I know everything. Every day you will get an opportunity to learn from a kid, from a friend, from a neighbor or a pedestrian. We have to take it. Every day we should consider as a teaching learning process. So if you think I am a student, then definitely you can do best to the students. You can teach them in a better way. So I come to the conclusion part that our people will prove their genius in the era of knowledge. I think Bhaskaracharya said everyone knows is the best mathematician in the 12th century. So here there is no limitation of education. And some of the rules what we had it in the olden era still we are following, because education is education. That is a noble teaching, and that should be sustained in every person. So if you are going to the profession of teacher, be truthful to the journey. So I would like to give a last example so that I can end my session. See, once we go out of the college, we'll act as alumni, right? So whomever, like we are having some favorite teachers, we will go and meet. Sir, the college was like this and all. At the same time, when the discussion goes on, we used to say the problems, stresses, what we are experiencing in your life. Because balancing a personal life and a work life, and as well as the stresses, deadline, targets is very difficult, isn't it? So while discussing, they're expecting answer from the professor whom they like the most. So at the same time, when somebody comes to your house, what you do? You do go for hospitalities, right? So he got coffee to them. So he started serving them. He had number of different glasses. So it picked by all, and some of them are left out. So sir was telling, see, the human values are very important to everybody, is it? So you are enjoying the money, luxury life, and happiness, but you are left out with the stress and problems. How means see the glasses watch which are beautiful, costly, it is took by the people, and the left out is your stress and this. So that's what your coffee is the value, and your tools or your profession job. So you should respect for the thing what you have. Leave it. Negativity, you just try to leave it. So live simply, speak kindly, care deeply, love generously. So life is just a cup of coffee. So with this, I end my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of the organizing committee and on my own behalf, I really thank you for accepting our invitation in such a hectic schedule and deliver us your enriched words right from the very example of the check and paper till the end, and carry it over. It was really an honor being here. I really thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Hari sir. Again, once again, I thank management, CD sir, principal, and as well as our HOD ma'am, Dr. Vijayashree Argudya, for giving this opportunity. And I thank all the participants for the patience listening, because I don't know, the time was running. It was not at all noted. It is 12:34.
It was well in
Okay,
time.
sorry. Okay, thank you so much. Once again, I thank all the organizers for making this event. Thank you so much.